All this is wood that I tore out of the house, making a pile of it. It's kind of cool, it matches the wood almost. This is obviously reclaimed lumber, it's from the house, it's original. And then I just scrub. And then I put them all down, upside down.
Hi, wow, you're making a mess out here. One of the exciting things about buying an older home is all of the wonderful treasures and gems that we have been able to uncover, such as the old original hardwood floors here in this little pine cottage. In the very beginning, when he started to pull up the flooring in here, he tried to save as much as possible. A lot of it was warped and damaged beyond reuse and that sort of thing, but he did his best to salvage as much as possible.
All this is wood that I tore out of the house. All the flooring, original flooring right here.
Wow.
There's some more in there, not a whole lot, but I'm going through all this old wood, taking nails out, and then making a pile of it. And then I'm gonna go over it later and rinse it all real good and then scrub it with some kind of, maybe I'll use like a borax soap and scrub it later.
And that was in the very beginning when we first bought the home. So as it was a couple months into renovations, it was time for him to go through that whole pile of the salvaged wood and start to restore it and preserve it so that we could reuse it. And that was quite a task. But we are so excited to be able to do that. Wow, so this was the flooring that was where? Throughout the whole house? Again.
Yes.
Was it in all of the rooms, or did you?
Everywhere in the whole house. They had this in there instead of plywood. There was no plywood. It was just this nailed right onto the rafters. So
wow.
That was it.
Yeah, no plywood, right? It was just right onto that.
Yep.
That framing or whatever.
Right on top of the framing.
The floor foundation, basically. This is so cool. I mean, it looks like really, really old. But it seems like it could be worse, but because it had all the layers above it, kind of what do you call it?
Protected it.
Yeah, preserved it a bit. Right? Do you think so?
Yeah. There was a lot of
water damage.
There was a lot of rotten wood and stuff also, but we threw that out.
Okay. What's this layers on here like this?
That would be probably, I think that might have been the kitchen, but I'm not sure.
Okay, that's what it looks like. That linoleum stuff. These dusty nails. Those are cool. You should kind of save them.
I have a bunch.
I don't know. I feel like we could put them in like a frame and put it with our museum. You know, do a little glass museum of the house. So as Nate is working on all of the wood that he salvaged from our house, he will be trying to clean, organize, and reuse as much of it as possible. Are you washing the wood?
Yeah, these are the shorter pieces. Getting a good system, I'm spraying them down, letting them soak for a minute. I have them all pointing in the same direction, so I know where to scrub.
So he began to work on how he was going to restore it and kind of started a system to get it done efficiently and as quickly as possible. We didn't want to have to spend too much time to do that, and it's old anyway, so something nice about having things a little worn and not perfect anyway. So check out what he was able to do. And if you are in the process of maybe trying to get some salvage wood yourself or restore salvage wood that you have found for your own projects, whether it's in your house or from a neighbor or a Facebook market, maybe this will help you in your restoration journey as well.
First time this has been done, ever?
What do you mean?
Well, they've never been washed. This wood is close to 100 years old. Washing off any mold or anything. See all that mold?
Oh, is that what that is?
It's gonna scrub it all off.
Oh, does it come off?
It was underneath, yeah. I've been getting it off.
It's
dead, it's dormant, dead mold.
Okay. So it's not gonna keep growing?
No. going, buddy? It's kind of cool. It matches the wood almost, huh? So this is my pile so far. All cleaned really good. I want to show you guys how and what I'm doing to clean this up. This is obviously reclaimed lumber. It's from the house. It's original to the house. I took it all out and I put in plywood, and now I'm going to put this on top of the plywood in areas where I can find a good need for it. So I found some pretty good ways to clean this.
And check out this step-by-step method that Nate came up with to restore the old salvaged wood that he found right in our house as we were ripping everything apart to renovate it from the ground up. It took him some time to kind of get a groove and to figure out, hey, what's the best method and way to take all this old wood? Some of it is like rotted, moldy, or, you know, maybe some people would have just thought, rip it out and just dump it out, you know, like off to the landfill we go. But we saw the precious treasure and gem in all of that we could salvage, especially the hardwood floors, because first of all, it's expensive if you buy it new, and it's really hard to find the old style of wood that was originally in the house.
Reclaimed lumber. I have this pile here that I already cleaned up, and I was trying to figure out how to clean up reclaimed lumber. So I came up with a pretty good strategy. This is all tongue and groove flooring. So any kind of wood that's tongue and groove. So what I did was I stacked this up in the pile. I make sure all the tongue goes the same direction and the groove is the same direction this way.
Okay.
And then what I did was I tied it with a string to keep it all together. I bring it over here in the pile. I spray it down with a hose, both sides, like so. The reason I spray it down is to get it to start soaking. Okay? So while this is soaking,
Oh.
the back, I got this
Now
side.
you can
And
scrub.
the string there is to keep it together. Then what I do is I have my bucket, my strong scrub brush with strong bristles, and then I use borax cleaner, which is right here. Borax, you can get this pretty much anywhere. It's a detergent and it works really good. And then I just scrub. Yep, like that. And then I hit the other side.
So it gets inside?
It gets inside the grooves.
Wow. And then you don't have to do one at a time.
Yeah, once you get that to a good point, you can flip it.
All together.
And you get the other side. And I did that with all of this.
Holy cow, these are all done?
They're all done.
Wow. You're a hard worker.
Okay, and I don't think you got to get it perfect, but best you can.
Yeah. Wow, that's so cool.
Okay, so once that's done, you can rinse it, which I normally do, but I'm in a hurry because I want to get this tutorial done. Yeah, I could rinse it, but you just flip it back up, untie your string, like that. Put it back over by your pile, and then I put them all down, upside down first.
Okay, and then you'll spray them like that.
And I usually like to put two together. This one's a pretty nasty pile. So it looks like we have like a lot of buildup of mold. This is just like a drywall knife. You can use a putty knife, whatever. And I scrape it.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
Wow, you're very thorough.
Scrape it first before
You rinse it.
you scrub it.
Oh.
And you know, really I should probably rinse it first to get it soaking.
Soaking.
But
Well, that
where's
one looks
my-
damaged at the end.
a lot of them
I
are
guess
damaged.
you could cut it.
Yeah. I'm just cleaning them now and then I'll go through and
You can trim them.
yeah, so
Maybe some of the damaged imperfections might be kind of cool.
yeah,
If there's
so
a
I'm
way
doing
to work it in.
a very light rinse there. Okay. And then, yeah, it's kind of gross.
Ew.
That's why I like doing this over the cement, because all the water is easy to rinse off.
Yeah.
So if you have like a cement driveway or somewhere where it's a good amount of cement, it'll really help. I just scraped it, now I'm just spraying them down, trying to get some of that nasty stuff out of there.
Ew.
And then I use this in here. And you just use a lot of elbow grease. Rub it with a lot of elbow grease. Okay, so I'm gonna come back and finish these, but I just wanna find a piece that's not that bad. So this one here, scrubbing it, flip it over, do the same with all these other ones.
That's got overspray. Oh, it's
know
coming off.
how much that takes up? Is it so?
Wow, it looks like it took the overspray off, or
Yeah.
is that dust or dirt?
Yeah, it pretty much does. And then I just go back and make sure you rinse both sides. And that piece is done.
Oh, and this is what you've done.
This stuff here is important to scrape off. It's
That
it was
flooring.
it was some kind of barrier between the flooring and the laminate from back in the 1930s.
Gross. You have strong arms.
Oh yeah. Good luck.
If you want to read more about this journey and see additional photos and more information, check out our blog, journeydowntheroad.com. You can also pick up a free small space living guide there. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey. We're so glad that you are sharing this adventure with us. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.